We go to Venezuela.
Why?
In the aftermath of the removal of a narco human trafficking terrorist, Nicolas Maduro,
This mother...
where do we go from here?
Well...
Do we allow the cronies to run amok and cause havoc?
Hold up.
And take their frustrations out on their people?
Wait a minute.
Do we step in?
Ooh.
Do we have a plan B?
Yeah.
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this. I would love nothing more to see freedom and liberty run wild through the streets of Venezuela. But can it be done?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
And it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jasper Gonzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Tuesday. And of course, no normal intro right out of the gate, but but right out of the gate, I'm going right into the story. Of course, as we all know, the last 48 hours have been, or the last 48, 72 hours have been insane, especially when it comes to the story in Venezuela. Of course, as we all know, Nicolas Maduro went down in a ball of flames along with his wife. They both got escorted out by FBI and the military of US out of the country after the strategic and pinpoint bombings led by one President Donald Trump. Of course, right now he is considered the GOAT at this moment, and taking care of business. He went in there, he saw trash, he had to take out the trash, and that's what he's done. So now, of course, everybody is running around going, what's next now? Now that Maduro's gone and his wife is gone, what's next? What do we do, knowing that China's involved, Iran is involved, Russia's involved? Where do we go from here? But we'll talk about that on the back end of the story, in my thoughts. But for this one, we go to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Yes, Congresswoman out of Florida. Quote, we swapped one head of the snake for another in Venezuela. What the f is she talking about? And here we go. Of course, Monday on CNN's News Central, is that a show? I guess. I don't know. Nobody watches it. I don't think anybody's heard of it. Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz said the United States swapped one head for the snake for another by removing Nicolas Maduro and allowing the Vice President Delcy Rodriguez to become the interim president. That is still up in the air. Let's listen to her.
Going forward. Joining us now to discuss is Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, whose 25th district includes a large number of Venezuelan Americans. We should also note that she is co-chair of the Congressional Venezuela Democracy Caucus. Congresswoman.
Now, that's funny because, of course, they was being interviewed in Florida. The Venezuelans interviewed in Florida. They were cheering like they hit the lottery, knowing how evil and a piece of shit Maduro truly was. And for Wasserman Schultz to be head of the Venezuelan Democracy Center or whatever? Really?
And thank you so much for joining us. Just to give some background to our viewers, you posted on social media that the arrest of Maduro was long overdue, saying that he should be tried not only for drug trafficking, but also for crimes against humanity. I want to ask...
Okay, so she said this on X. The arrest of Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro, whose criminal activity and destructive, brutal rule drove his nation into endless pain and poverty, was long overdue. Wait, I may be wrong about her. I may be wrong, but let's continue.
Ask you about your Democratic colleagues, many of them saying that this is an illegal act of war, even a kidnapping. I wonder what you think the disagreement is.
No, it's not a legal act of war because it is a strategic military strike, which is a big difference than calling out an act of war. Act of war basically have to go through Congress to get permission. But then again, as we've seen in the past with Obama and Libya and anyway, facts.
There between you and your colleagues, what makes you believe this operation was justified?
Boris, thanks for having me. My focus is on my community here in South Florida, who are absolutely elated at the removal, the departure finally of Maduro. And I have spent a lot of time over the last few days talking directly with leaders in our community, and a significant worry. We're kind of moving to cautious optimism and now even closer to real concern that all that has happened is that the cronies from the Maduro regime are in charge, that now actually Trump seems to have recognized, which is the first time that's happened, that recognized a regime official as the head of Venezuela, even though he's saying that he is going to be running Venezuela, and that political prisoners have not been released.
Trump throws shit out there so that you Dems and you libs can lose your damn minds and set your hair on fire. Come on. Do we not know the plan by now? Come on.
And worst of all, things seem to be getting worse in Venezuela. A decree was issued by Delcy Rodriguez, the acting president, today, who I certainly don't recognize in that role, to have the police start searching and arresting individuals who are caught promoting or supporting the removal and arrest of Maduro.
Would not surprise me.
They're searching cars. I've seen video of that happening. They are searching cell phones of Venezuelans. So things actually appear to have gotten worse, not better. And that has to be the focus. We need a transition to democracy.
No, we need a transition to a republic, not a democracy. Because as we've seen with pure democracies before, Canada, UK, yeah, they don't work that well.
We need to make sure that there is prosperity and liberty that is restored to Venezuela. And that just doesn't appear to be on Donald Trump's priority list. And that's what they're concerned about.
Does she actually know that? Or is she basically just assuming, as we all know, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, quote the great Benny Hill.
Would you say, Congresswoman, that you agree with Secretary of State Rubio when he says that this action in Venezuela and what is coming for Venezuela's future is different than U.S. interventions, say, for example, in Libya and Iraq or Afghanistan?
Well, I mean, they're clearly different because they were under different circumstances. I mean,
correct.
As I said in my statement, Maduro committed crimes against humanity. He was a narco criminal that was under U.S. indictment.
Facts.
But the problem is that Diosdado, who is also helping to lead this new regime, new phase of the regime, is also an indicted criminal with the $25,000 bounty on his head. So, I mean, we seem to have swapped one head of the snake for another.
My thoughts. Excuse me. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually agree with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Most of the times when she opens her mouth, usually there's a lot of gobbledygook and trashola coming out of her mouth. But on this, she actually has a point. If you're going to take Maduro out, which of course we've done, and you still have this Delcy in as, vice president. So if you don't recognize Maduro as president, which of course is illegitimate, of course he never won, fairly. Basically, he won by forced gun-to-head mandate. So why didn't we take this clown out as well? If you're going to take one, take the other. And then decide, okay, great. Now we got the one, we got the other. Now you need to make a serious change here. So if she's correct, and that this Delcy, who's now quote unquote the interim president, is now using the troops and going from house to house, car to car, going after quote unquote subversives to, say, hey, you know what, you were in favor of getting Maduro out? Well, then you got to go. Off to prison camps you go. This is a problem. If she's right, it's a serious problem. But I think Rubio and Trump are well aware of what the situation is, and they know they cannot allow this to go any further. Now, of course, the question is, when you have some on her team who are wearing her jersey saying, how dare we go in there because now look what's going to happen. This is going to piss off Russia and China. How dare he do this? Okay, great. Now you got to have a plan. Now there's a plan A. You went in there, you took care of business. Now plan B is like, okay, where do we go from here? So again, I can't believe I'm saying this twice. I agree with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Normally she's a clown, but on this, she's got some points. And we're going to see where this goes. Right now, this is wide open, and hopefully Rubio, Trump, Vance, they've got a plan B, and that is as well executed as plan A. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.